Hello grade 7 students. Today I will be discussing properties of equality. So of course we should know first what is an equation. So an equation is a statement of two numbers or two expressions that are equal. Okay, so every time that you will see an equal symbol, definitely that expression is an equation. Okay, so a solution is any value of the variable that makes the equation a true statement. So the value of the variable, for example, in a given equation, if we have the variable x, if the value of x is 2, then that 2 is what we call the solution, because if we are going to substitute it to the given variable, it will satisfy the given statement. Okay, so now I'll give you an example of an equation. Okay, just like this when we were in grade 1 or grade 2. So this one is a simple equation just telling us that 2 is just simply equal to 2. And then when we are of course in grade 7, we will be dealing more with linear equations, just like x plus 5 equals 10. And when we go to grade 8, we will have linear equation, but we'll have two variables just like this one. So 2x plus y equals 3 and x plus 2y is equal to -1. And of course, in solving such or this given equation, we should know first the properties of equality, because these properties will definitely help us in solving this linear equation. So let us now discuss properties of equality. So the first property of equality is what we call the addition property of equality, or APE. It tells us that adding the same number to each side of an equation gives us an equivalent equation. So given if x is equal to y, then x plus z is equal to y plus z. So as you can see here, we add c on both sides of our equation. So every time that we're going to add an expression to both sides of the equation, I'll repeat, same expression on both sides of the equation. The property that we are using is addition property of equality. Another example is if a is equal to 4 and a plus 3 is equal to 7. So as you can see here, we add 3 on both sides of the equation. So as we add a to 3, so that will just be a plus 3, and then as we add 4 by 3, the answer will be 7. Okay, so that's why the property here is addition property of equality. And last example, if n plus 2 is equal to 7, then n plus 2 plus -2 equals 7 plus -2. Actually, grade 7, even if we subtract a number on both sides of the equation, that property also belongs to addition property of equality. So here, even if we add -2 on both sides of the equation, or even if we're going to subtract 2 on both sides of the equation, then the property that we are using is addition property of equality, which is very useful in simplifying linear equations. Okay, the next property is what we call the multiplication property of equality, or MPE. Tells that multiplying the same number of each side of an equation gives us an equivalent equation. So therefore, every time here that we're going to multiply the both sides of the equation by a given number, therefore that will be MPE. So example, if x is equal to y, then xz is equal to yc. So as you can see here, we multiply z on both sides of the equation. So again, these variables can be any real numbers that we want. So we can just simply change it into numbers. Okay, another example, if x equals 5, then 2x equals 10. So here we multiply 2 on both sides of the equation. So as I multiply 2 to x, it will become 2x. And 5 times 2, the answer is 10. So the property that we use here is MPE. And last example will be if 2x is equal to 6, then x is equal to 3. So as you can see here, okay, instead of dividing, we divide both sides of our equation by 2. So as we divide a number, as we divide our equation to same expression, therefore the property that we are also using here is MPE, or multiplication property of equality, because grade 7, here, we have two options here. It's either to divide both sides of the equation by 2 or just simply multiply both sides of the equation by the reciprocal of 2. So we will just have the same answer. Even if we multiply or divide, therefore, we'll just have the same property, which is MPE. Okay, the third property is what we call the substitution law. So it's just simply substitute. So when we say substitute, just simply replace. So if two quantities are equal, then one quantity can be replaced by the other. So when we say substitution, another term for that will just be replace. Example, if x plus y is equal to 8 and x is equal to 4, so as you can see, given this original equation, and it says here that the value of x is equal to 4. So therefore, I can change x and make it 4. So I replace x and make it 4, and then just copy y equals 8. So therefore, the property that I used there is substitution law because I replace x and make it 4. Next, if x is equal to y plus 10 and y is equal to 2, then x is equal to 12. So here, I change or I substitute y. So the value of y is 2. So I substitute it to the given equation. So this y will be 2. So 2 plus 10, that's why on the right side of the equation, we have 10. So we just simply substitute. So that is substitution law. Next, the last example. If x is equal to 3y and y is equal to negative 2, then x is equal to 3 times negative 2. So here, given the original equation, x is equal to 3y and the value of y is negative 2. So if we're going to substitute y and make it negative 2, that will become 3 times negative 2. That's why the expression became just like this. So as you can see, we just simply substitute. Therefore, it belongs to substitution law. The fourth property is what we call the reflexive. Reflexive property, any number or expression is equal to itself. So from its word reflexive, it's reflection. So it is equal to itself. So example, 2 is just simply equal to 2. 3a is equal to 3a. So as you can see here, on the left side of the equation is just equal to the right side of the equation. In short, they don't have any difference. One written on the right side will just be the same as one written on the left side. So another one is 5x plus y is equal to 5x plus y. So no difference at all. That's why it's called reflexive property. So every time that you will look at the mirror, you will see yourself, it will just be the same. So the same thing here with reflexive property. The next one is what we call the symmetric property. The expression on both sides of the equation may be interchanged. So when we say interchange, one on the right side will be on the left side and one on the left side will be on the right side. So example, if x is equal to y, then y is equal to 2. Y is equal to x. So we just simply interchange the one on the left and one on the right side. And then another one, if 2a is equal to y, then y is equal to 2a. And last one, if x plus 5 is equal to m, then m is equal to x plus 5. So as you can see, okay, one written on the left side, now it's on the right side. The one written on the right side, it will now on the left side. So they just simply interchange. The property that we're going to use here is symmetric property. Okay, the last property to remember, which is very important, okay, is the transitive property of equality or TPE. If two quantities are both equal to the third quantity, then they are equal to each other. Example, if x is equal to y and y is equal to z, then x is equal to c. So, as you can see here, they just have the same value. So, therefore, we can simply also say that x is equal to z. Another example, x is equal to y and y is equal to 3. So, as you can see, we have here 2 y's, okay? Therefore, we can also say that x is equal to 3. And last one, if x plus 2 is equal to y and y is equal to 7, then we can also say that x plus 2 is equal to 7 because we have here 2 y's. Okay, that's it. So now let us practice. Okay, let us see if you can name the property illustrated in each of the following statement. Okay, number 1. If x is equal to 7 and y is equal to 7, then x is equal to 7. You're correct. The answer is transitive property of equality. The second example, okay, 2 plus n plus m is equal to 2 plus n plus m. So as you can see, no difference at all. So therefore, this one is the reflexive property of equality. The next one, if a plus 3 is equal to b, then a equals b plus negative 3. Okay, so as you can see here, we add negative 3 on both sides of the equation. So therefore, the property that we use here is addition property of equality. Next one, if 2x is equal to 7, then 6x is equal to 21. So here, we multiply both sides of the equation by 3. So the property that we use is multiplication property of equality. Next one, if 5y is equal to 25, then y is equal to 5. So here, we divide both sides of our equation by 5, or we multiply both sides of our equation by the reciprocal of 5, which is 1/5. So therefore, if that is the case, then the property that we use is again MPE. And the last one, if x plus 5 is equal to y and x is equal to m, then m plus 5 is equal to y. So as you can see here, the value of x is m, and we just simply change x and make it m. So if that will be the case, the property that we use is the substitution law. Okay, that's it. I hope you learned a lot. Okay, so thank you so much. If you still have question, please message me. Thank you and see you next time.